Actually, everyone, hey, my name's John T. Wright. I just want to set the rules straight on this one. Look, if you do what's right, it will be accepted. I get so mad and friction, and I got Eve always. You know how a wife is? Well, you know what? She'd like to claim her baggage with me, is what it is. And anyway, she always likes to know that she's there, and she is. And so are you too. But anyway, I get pissed off, and here, I don't need to buy a fucking gun. I'll just pray to the Holy Father, and the Holy Father hears me through everything that there is and everything that they do. Satan and Eve is always around because I'm connected to him, and it's just the way that it is. I hate to look at the weather and forecast the weather and stuff, because if I say it so, it will be so. I say, I would like it to have nice weather right here around us is what I'm trying to do. It's like playing this little game with God where I go, well, I don't want this to happen, but it won't happen, but it will happen, but it won't happen, but it will happen. And now you've got this cold fucking front that's coming down from Alaska that's heading the East Coast, just like I said. If I say it so, it will be so. I want these here people. That was Susan Jane Donohoe that was behind me with that red truck and that trailer, and me and the officers discussed it here today. An officer came up. I shut off my generator. I was making coffee and stuff a little bit ago, and I went out and talked to him. Hey, he looks great, he looks good. It's one of the officers that I told that I liked, and they sent him down. And I said, it's raining, it's drier inside my motorhome. Hell, I would have had him sitting right here fucking BSing with him. So anyway, we just BS'd out there, and then the female officer came up. We talked about, both of us you're both on the same team and stuff like that. You're both, equal when you're working here as an officers and stuff like that. And, I wouldn't mind having conversation with all of you, at one time. And we decide vegetable tray and stuff. She said she's a vegetarian. And I don't know if that day will ever come, but at least these two officers, one was from the Camas office and one was from the Washougal office. And you should know that truly I do have your backs and stuff. And even this officer, I don't have no problem with anybody, but I really do have a problem with people just not doing their jobs and stuff like that, frictioning and all this sort of stuff. And I want to get past everything, and I think we should goddamn move forward. And it is what it is, and it's Esau and Jacob, it's Adam and Eve, it's Eve and Satan's in hell. And what happened at the Donahoe house up there at 1007th Street, and I've got Susan Jane Donohoe over here, and even the female officer tuned in on Susan Jane Donohoe and stuff, and they said they were going to go talk to him and stuff like that. I don't want that woman around me. I don't want that woman in my eyesight. I don't want nobody even that knows her in this town. I want all the riffraff gone. There's just no excuse. It did happen, things did happen, and things will happen. And I just don't need no friction. We just don't need no problems here in Camas or Washougal is the way I really feel. And we could do a lot goddamn better all the time. You just do what you gotta do. It's Yahshua inside the cup, Yahshua outside the cup. You can go the other way. You might find yourself that you're on a losing battle when you're dealing with Jesus and you're all freaked out and you're in your food lines and stuff, and you have to go to the food bank or the treasure house and stuff because you're not blessed. You don't go down there because you are blessed. You go down there because you're not blessed. If you're blessed, you could stay at the Rama half the month and stay in your motorhome the other half of the month, I guess, and not bother anybody and afford your own stuff and pick up your own garbage and put your own shit away and never be a problem to anybody and never even have to talk to anybody, and nobody really needs to talk to you if you're just doing everything goddamn right. So anyway, and by the way, I'll never ask you for money, panhandling, and all that goddamn shit. But I will tell you, it's Yahshua inside the cup, Yahshua outside the cup. God requires those to pay their debts, to pay their fucking debts. You don't want to leave no person on this earth owing money to or anything. You don't want nobody on this earth to even have a grievance with you. And the same way with these law officers, all of them. No one wants to have a grudge against them after death. And even if you do have a grudge with somebody that is dead, and that goes for anyone, fuck, go bury the hatchet today. Go see the cemetery. You know, those old people that offended you and you offended them or whatever, they're still waiting for you. Hey, who's the bigger person on this one too? Hey, they're dead in the ground. What are you gonna do? It's the cheapest psychiatry trick you could ever go to. Hey, you might have a good fucking time. I went to the cemetery and I took a fucking load off instead of dumping on somebody that I didn't even goddamn know. And you know, that's just food for thought. If you're all right with the Holy Father will be all right with you. Me, if I'm all right with the Holy Father will be all right with you. You know, let me do my job and I'll let you do your goddamn job. I don't want to hop in your cop cars. I don't want to work at the grocery store. I don't want to be the person giving out the lottery tickets. I want to be the guy that says, I figured out the fucking lottery, I think. Oh, I only got 4 numbers tonight. I got 5. No, I don't know if that day will ever come. I hit all 6, but do you know what? Maybe it will if I'm driven to do it. Hey, I hit 4 numbers on the match 4 on 5 tickets. Ernie Tobeck's got a lawnmower to prove it, although his yard's so fucked up, I don't think he could mow with it anymore. I mean, their place looks like hell hit it. And when I went toot, toot, and I said how much I hate them, how the water just fucking dumped like I never seen. It was incredible. It's so neat. Hey, I've been driving down the road before, me and Matthew, and all of a sudden, in August, just fucking dumping rain when we were driving our Cadillac on Highway 508. 508, what's that add up to? 13. And that's why they're on 508. I just thought that too. You got Highway 7 that comes into Morton. You've got the 2x4. You've got the designer stones going up to the Fair Hearts Museum with the Twin Star Credit Union right there, the 20th one. And they built 20 of them from the river to the sea. Then they have the $20 bill in the bowling alley. On the pictures and stuff, you'll see the archives of the Morton Bowling Alley that they have built down there at the cemetery, Milltown Smokehouse. Hey, my girlfriend's hands got cut off. They got a saw on the front of the bowling alley. We'll cut you in half and cut her hands and feet off. Lisa, Morton Jane Doe. Oh, it's stories, and it goes on and on. Skip Davies, Officer Skip Davies, Rhonda Reynolds, Bruce Kimsey, the great law enforcement Houdini, he did it. He solved it. He didn't solve nothing. He did his goddamn bullshit. He's posed with hats with his black hat down like he pulled a rabbit out of the hat. What did you do, Mr. Kimsey? He didn't do nothing but except what he was expected to do by his compadres that are fucking as crooked as a snake following Satan's tail. Hey, anyway, who loves you, baby? Yahshua inside the cup, Yahshua outside the cup. You know what? All I want to say is, I want it nice around Camas, Washougal. I have to live here too. God tells me He'll crush the rest of the world around me, and look at what's happening around the world. I've seen a couple things, and I say, God's in control. I can't stop him now. The rock's been deployed. The football's been spun. When you got what you got, and by the way, when you jump into bed with this fucking dirty Susan Donohoe, now clean up the fucking act. I want it over with. You know, hey, I can't bring these dead people back. And that's what Kevin Baker said. You can't bring these dead people back. You know, and like my dad said, well, there's beauty in everything. Well, there is beauty in everything. Well, now I don't have to buy anybody Christmas presents for Christmas because I don't have no family left. I don't have to worry about one of these relatives ever coming back on something that I have now, because if they ever did, they burnt me so goddamn bad, you know they would never be listed in my will. And let's see, I don't know. I'm sure we could think of a few other things. Anybody out there with some ideas, you could just email me at, Cooper's Air Force 101 at Outlook. And you never know what, put it in big letters so it stands out a little bit. I got this eyesight problem when I'm looking up at it. When I look out there, oh, I can see long distance far away. So women, when I a little closer, I have to squint a little bit. I'm really not doing that because I'm looking that close. Hey, I'm just having fun with it. And I'll talk to you later. God wants me to be happy. Hey, I see beautiful women all the time on Chatterbait. I should turn a couple of them on right now. And I stay off to my own. And you know what? I like people that I see, people I go around, and I just don't like people forced upon me. You go fucking park it next to my place and you got Susan Jane Donohoe in the vehicle and stuff, and I've seen that shit. And I've dealt with that shit. I don't want that shit around me because the Holy Father ain't gonna goddamn like it. Nor Satan, nor Eve. Because Eve is a very jealous woman, and I tell you, here just like that boy got his hair cut off. The Hewitt boy, David Hewitt. Hey, that black chick got her hands and feet cut off too. Jealousy is something that Eve don't like. Maybe Eve did not like something about this woman is what I'm thinking. I really don't know, but I do know she is dead. She met my dad. She met Patty. And there is a goddamn connection. Hey, I'll talk to you later. I'm the Holy Father's son. 13 letters for the Zodiac. George L. Wright. There's a bowling alley in Morton. I told the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Karate. All over the place. Talk to you later. Bye.